So what we're talking about is the Breaking Bad prequel spin-off. It's not really a prequel. It's not really a spin-off. But it's called Better Call Saul, based on the lawyer in Breaking Bad called Saul. He's still not in this series, though. He's not called Saul, is he? He's called
he's James McGill.
James McGill. Slippin' Jimmy, was that right? Slippin' Jimmy or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's
Something
what
like
I
that.
used to get called in nursery school, so it was
Indeed.
from memories for me.
The first two episodes, which are both about half an hour, 40 minutes each, have been released on Netflix, and you're going to get
longer than that, but not that it matters.
I seem to think it was only 30 minutes.
Anyway, the sentence was, I think they're a bit longer than that. Not that it matters, but it obviously matters enough for me to say it. So it must.
Yeah. And for me to comment on it. I think both Luke and I can concur and agree. Yes, I know that doesn't happen very often. That this might possibly be the best online show we've ever seen. In other words, the best of the Netflix, Amazon programs,
certainly,
and possibly could even be an early contender for show of the year.
The thing is, some shows, and I don't want to bring it back to Broadchurch again, but some shows, you get the sense when you're watching it that the people involved, the writers and the creative team, because there's a lot of people that work on US shows, but you get the sense that they really know what they're doing and they know what story they're telling. And you get the sense of that as a viewer with Better Call Saul, that they know exactly what their plans are, and they're just
I've never seen a more well laid out pilot and first episode.
Yeah. If you're wondering, by the way, do you have to have seen Breaking Bad to enjoy this? I think you have to see it to enjoy the references they do, but you don't have to have seen it for a drama point of view. I think it's a really well scripted piece of drama. And I don't know whether I would have seen this, whether I would have watched this, had I not become a Breaking Bad obsessive like 50% of the world. But it is one of the most well-crafted, well-acted things I've seen for a long time, and it's so refreshing to be able to say that.
Somebody put on Twitter, and I very much agree with this is polished American television.
Yeah.
This has been lovingly looked at. Every scene, every word has been thought out properly.
You know, what a massive undertaking it was to do anything after. I mean, even if they hadn't done a prequel, a sequel, or whatever they were going to... Even if Vince Gilligan, the creator, was doing a show completely in a different universe to Breaking Bad, the amount of pressure that would have been on him to say, what are you going to follow up one of the best shows people rave about?
Look at what happened to the guy that created The Wire. And look at what happened to the first show that he did.
I like Treme.
Well, but not saying that there's not some good things in Treme, but it certainly didn't have the impact The Wire did.
It didn't have the impact, but that's not...
Would Treme have been a better show if David Tennant and Olivia Colman were in it?
Not that again.
That's the question.
But it's interesting. I think that's the comparison. I think people who had watched The Wire were expecting a show like The Wire. Treme was not at all like The Wire.
Treme was very quiet, from what I remember.
Yeah, I like Treme.
Yeah, I know. Not to say
even
that
though you called it
I just
Treme.
don't think he likes Treme. For me, there were 3 great scenes in these first 2 episodes, and I suppose what we ought to say is the new episodes are being shown every Monday in America on the AMC network.
Subsequently, you can get them on Tuesday. If you can, if at all possible, please watch... And that's why me and Gary don't want to spoil too much. Please watch this knowing very little about it. It is the true... only way to watch it is to not have anything spoiled. So if you want to pause the podcast here, watch it and come back, I completely understand.
Luke and I have actually talked about whether we would do like a 10-minute separate podcast, potentially about after the 3rd episode. I think that there's potential to make sort of like Breaking Bad, sort of 13 or so in each series. I don't think this would work if you had 22 or 24. I think it's much better for the fact that you've got, those episodes. Yes, they have already announced Series 2, and let me tell you, 11 in Series 1.
Okay.
So that looks out quite good. I think the thing about Breaking Bad, I haven't finished it, so I would say that you don't have to have watched the whole of Breaking Bad, but I would agree with Luke, your viewing is enhanced by knowing some of the characters and some of the references that Better Call Saul gives you. as you say, we're not going to spoil any plot points or anything like that in this podcast, but suffice to say there were some great scenes, memorable television, and the introduction of certain characters were amazingly unique in the way that characters from Breaking Bad were introduced into this show.
It's something I say about Jimmy McGovern all the time, is that they
yeah,
and Sally Wainwright as well, is that they give you shows full of characters that just feel fully formed. Sometimes when you come to a show for the first time, you have to work out who these people are and all that. And some shows you are watching it for a few minutes and go, I know these people, I get these people, I'm with these people, and it's like you're in the show, and that's when TV works its best for me.